Hello, guys. I am back for a few minutes. Just wanted to kind of give you an update on where I am and what I've been working on this week and what I haven't got accomplished yet and what we're going to make. Okay, so first, I didn't record these because they are, quite frankly, a pain in the keister to make. It literally took me like 6 hours just to make these two until I figured it out. So that's what this looks like, the Tim Holtz fireplaces. They're super cute, and once they were done, I loved them, but like I said, they're kind of a pain in the keister. And then I got this pack here, which I didn't make everything in the pack because I didn't feel like I needed it. But yeah, there's all these little guys here that we're going to use to decorate the journals with. And here's the cute little trees that come in that pack. Aren't they adorable? And instead of using this little piece here, I don't know. I didn't care for them much when they went through the die cutter. I don't know. They were just kind of weird, and I don't know. I think it's supposed to look like popcorn, but I didn't have any paper that looked like popcorn, so they all just looked weird. Okay, let's see those. Okay, so then these ones come in this other pack. This is what they look like put together. Cute little wreaths. Some more coffee cups for like home, just in some different colors. And then the hats I just showed you. And I did want to kind of open one of these and kind of show you. Okay, so here's some of the bells. Maybe. Oh, hold on. They are like stuck together. All right, there you go. There's another one of the bells. Little presents. And I think that's all I used for this die cut here. And then I did this little die here. The gingerbread men didn't turn out, not because of the die itself, just because they were fiddly and I got frustrated, and so then I just scrapped them. And then here is some trees that I made from this little die cut here to kind of fill in, and they are like charm size. And then the little bitty tree that comes in this kit too. They're cute. I think I'm going to end up probably cutting the top off and then just using like a gem at the top to decorate. So that's what this one looks like. It's a Karen Burniston pack. So back to these, and I'm sure those of you that use the Tim Holtz dies kind of know this already, but this is for like the new kids. Okay, so let's take this one for example. This is the mitten. And actually, no, let's not do the mitten because I don't have any of those in there. Let's do the little coffee cup. And this is one of the easier ones to put together. Okay, so obviously this is the side you put down on top of your paper and it goes through the cutter. So you get all these parts and pieces, right? Like it cuts out these holes, which make those little holes there that you see there, right? Okay, so then this is a separate piece, which is the back piece here. Okay, and then you glue the two together, and then you have this piece here that gets cut out right here. So it is kind of a layered stamp or die cut. So, and I'm sorry you can hear Jesse chewing on his bone in the background. So, but so ideally, I think you need 3 colors when you're cutting, ideally, or yeah, so I have 3. So you need the brown for the cocoa type or coffee look, right? Well, then you also need a polka dot color. So I think like if you were to run through several, you would end up having enough to kind of mix and match your mug. So that's one of the things I wanted to point out if you use this die cut. And then also with And if you guys want me to do a long video on this, just comment down below. You do, in fact, use all of the fireplace dye. So this is what it looks like. And these don't cut, they emboss. So I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but maybe if I turn it to the side, all of these are raised. And that's where these come in here. Okay. So, and then, so that's the base of the fireplace. And when you cut it, save this piece here. Okay. Because you don't, in my opinion, you don't necessarily want a big orange fireplace that you have to cut that piece out, right? So this portion does cut out. So I saved it here, and I just made the template for the orange so that I wasn't taking up a whole sheet. Okay. And then, like, there's all kinds of little tiny pieces, you know, the fire, and they're all done with a combination of the black soot. Is that what it's called? Yeah, black soot, walnut stain, and vintage photo to make it look like this. This is regular, like, let me see if I can show you the colors. And I don't know how important you guys are going to find this or not, but I wish I had seen a video with it ahead of time. And I can show you the back a little bit too, because I didn't do anything to the back because it's going to be mounted in the book. But so see, it started out this color, okay? Orange, and that's a yellow, like a very yellow. Like this is the other, that's the yellow that I used. And then the brown, like this part right here, like the stone type color is kind of a stone looking color here, okay? So, and then, like I said, it's all kind of raised and dimensional. Like here's that piece there. Here's the bottom piece here. You know, here's the ribbon, and so on and so forth. And then the little stockings, same concept here, is the little, this piece right here is the top of the stocking here. So you'll need to cut like some white stocking pieces, right? Because unless there's a different color that you like, you can mix match whatever. I wanted them white, so I had to cut the entire thing. I have not found a way, maybe there is, to just cut these two pieces, but I couldn't find a way. So I ended up having more white stockings, which I've saved all of the parts and pieces that I cut. They're all in here. So that in future, I mean, I can put them together, and maybe I want white stockings with like red tips or something. So yeah, so there's that. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video from this portion. I just wanted to give you a heads up on how that was made and what dyes I used. They're super cute, super pain in the keister, but really worth it in the end to make those. So yeah, they are DD approved. I do like them. Yeah, but no going into it, you're gonna need, if you have a little bit of issues with eyesight, you're definitely gonna need your readers, or a magnifying glass for some of it. Anyways, okay, so I am going to pause the video, and then we're going to start in on this little guy here. I'll show you that, and then we're going to do art glitter glue for its original purpose of glitter. So, and these are journal cards, but I haven't sewn the back or sewn them together yet or put any lace or anything like that on there. So we're going to do a few of those, and then at that point, we'll probably start gluing stuff in and seeing what more we might need. Okay, be right back, guys. Bye. Good morning, guys. I am back, and I'm splicing videos together. So these are happening at different days. But in the first section, you got to see these. So yeah, I'm going to gather those up and kind of set them aside for a minute. And then I'm going to show you this pocket and show you how I made it, in case you're interested in that, which is pretty basic. Most of you have probably already made one, but we might have one or 2 or 5 or 15 that haven't. Okay, so I just glued it to make it look like a package here on the back, and then and actually before I glue them into the journal, I had already planned to not tie them closed to make sure, you know, it's not in the journal like this. So I'm going to just show you kind of the measurements that I used and how I made it, and then we'll glue a little bit on these other journal cards, and then I'll probably pause, go sew around the edges of these cards and put on some lacy stuff to kind of bling them up a little. And yeah, so I'm sorry guys, the heater is on again this morning. It is a balmy 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's probably only gonna reach like 21 degrees today. So yeah, there is that. I have plans to get a different heater, but you have to actually go shopping to do that. And you don't necessarily need a scoreboard for this, but it definitely helps. And oh my gosh, I am living in a mess. I need to get things finished up. Okay, so I have an 8x8 piece of paper here, or craft cardstock. And so how I did it is I just did 2 1/4, or was it 2 1/8? I better double check this. Oh, that's the one that doesn't work. Oh my goodness. Yeah, 2 1/8. That's what I thought it was, but okay, so I just did 2 1/8 on all 4 sides. So I'm hoping everybody's doing great and getting ready for your holidays. And then you can just set your board aside because that's all we need. Okay, so, and what I did do is and I'm sure you're not going to see it right now, but there's my crease. I'm cutting just to the inside of that crease, and we may need to trim it down a little bit further. You know what I'm finding more and more this year, and see, you can't see it from where you're at, but I was off just a little bit, is that almost everything happens during the Christmas season, doesn't it? Just obviously holidays are busy, but it just seems, I don't want to say the traumatic things because they're not really traumatic, but you know, they feel like they are, and I think it's because we're more sensitive, not sensitive like in a negative way, but we're more maybe in tune with the things that are going on around us. And I did not score these beforehand because I found the prototypes that I was making, it didn't cut well after that. Like, so I don't know. It could just be me, but anyways. I was gonna say, and watch this, I don't even have the ribbon. Oh my gosh, it's not even that early here, and I actually slept last night, so I have no idea why I'm kind of stuttery this morning. And I'm gonna be a little off on that. So you just take your thing and just trim just a little bit more off. And I might have to trim a little bit more. Looks like it'll be okay on this side, but there off just a little. And when I say we, I mean me. All right. So I'm going to take this one up just a little bit. And then I think I've got to take one other piece up a little bit. This one here. Okay, and it closes both ways without catching up. All right. All right, so then what I did is, well, first I need to find my ruler. And I'm not sure that's going to be an easy task in this menagerie. So we're going to just do a wing and a prayer and hope that it works. It should. All right, so what I did, well, first I burnished the ends of my ribbons usually, because for whatever reason it always seems like my ribbon likes to unravel. So I found with the ruler the middle, but I'm not going to be able to do that today. So we're just going to pretend that this is the middle, maybe. There we go. Okay. We're going to try to get this laid out as straight as we can make it, just to the edges. Okay, and then I kind of just did it in the opposite direction and then just kind of measured up. Oh no, I just lost all those little tiny pieces off the edge of the desk. All right, well, you know, there are days, aren't there? So I kind of just guess how much I'm gonna need, because we can always trim if we need to, right? Better to be a little too long and use it on a different project, right? The little scrap, than it is to not. Oh my gosh. All right. You guys go over there. Okay. Now, I do, and nobody's going to see the back of this, guys, so I'm going to crease kind of where the middle is, so I have an idea. We know that's about middle. Okay, and then we're going to set this little guy aside to dry for a minute. Then we're going to work on the inside piece, which is now fuzzy and glittery, so I'm going to clean that off a minute. Oh, 8x8s on that other piece, scored at 2 1/8, and then these are 3 1/4, this piece here, and then the vellum is 3 by 3. All right, so I decided to use this stamp, and in my opinion, I have not used the archival ink, but I've heard people like it. So for like a permanent ink, I like the Stays On ink. So we're just going to stamp the vellum. I might be way off. That's alright, because I'm just going to trim down the side. No. No, I'm not. That's way off. Alright, give me a second, guys, to go cut a new piece, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got that little piece. Let's try all of this again. Stamping isn't necessarily one of my fortes, if you will. And I would probably be one of those people that would benefit from getting that stamp presser. And I've been keeping my eyes out for it, but I haven't really seen one lately. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, I'm going to stamp it off. Okay, we'll call that good for now. Okay, and that should be just about dry. So I'm going to slip this piece underneath there. And eyeball where I think it looks good. Oh, there they are. Looks like I need to start using some more of the red. Not on this one, but looks like I'm getting way too many red and running out of green, huh? Oh, maybe a perfect after Christmas thing to look for. All right, and like I said, my desk is a mess, so finding anything on it has been a chore. Oh my gosh, I just had it. My little pokey tool, that's what I'm looking for. And I didn't cap the glue. Oh my goodness. It's amazing that you guys actually stay and watch these with all my, like, craziness. And I don't see it anywhere at hand. So we're gonna just use this, I think. I just need something to get it started. And for me, it works better if I do 2 at a time and kind of get 2 of them lined out. These are going to be off just a little bit. Just a little bit, but you know what, I'm not really worried about it. Are you kidding me? It wasn't dry yet. Oh my goodness. Well, there's another what not to do. Oh my goodness. Let's see, I don't know if this will even work. So you know what, we're not going to fiddle with it too much. I'm going to add something else to it, I think. Or I'll re-stamp it off camera, maybe. Maybe I'll add just a little bit of lace to cover up that little piece there. Just make it an original. Fiddly little things, huh? you know, like off camera, everything goes swimmingly, and then you turn the camera on and everything kind of just goes downhill. I don't know if it's like that for everybody, but you know what? It sure is me. All right. And you know what? There are these cute little things that I showed you yesterday. I think it might, that's too big. Maybe this is where we add a little package. Yep, I think I kind of like that. All right. We're going for it. This way, glue that down, and then we'll really let them dry completely before we mess with them. And then I think we're getting close that we can start putting stuff in the little journals, because I think even though they're not going to be hugely embellished per se, like with a ton of tags as far as like ones we make, they actually are already probably going to be pretty full. And I can't remember if I showed you these. So in just a second, when this is all kind of down, hopefully that didn't, okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside to dry for a second. I don't know if I showed you all of these, but this is what I came up with for the kids to do. So they're gonna go in the large pockets. And I got some snowmen and cute little puppy. And I did so one family has 3 kids and the other family has 2. So there's 3 of each for one and 2 of each for the other ones. I don't think that even just made sense. So in total, I made 5 of each kind of tag. So yeah, Santa, some stockings. A little Christmas tree. Candy cane. And little angel. So I think these will chunk out those little journals quite a bit. So I don't know how much more we need per se. And then of course I'm putting 3 letters to Santa in the one and 2 in the other. And then for the adults portion of it, I'm doing these little journal cards. And so kind of what I've been thinking is these that we made here, I'm going to glue some down. I don't know if, maybe this one will go here. I'll just start gluing, right? And usually it all looks really cute when you get done, right? And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull that down a little bit, because I think obviously this is the top. And I think I ended up cutting one of the little boys' shoe, or like cutting off his feet. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is just putting my lace up here to kind of pull that away. And then when it's all said and done, and that might have to be after another pause in the video, I'm going to put, I have little, I guess it would be like stipples, or maybe, yeah, I'll grab those in a minute. Just like different colors. So I'm going to put some bulbs on there, but they're just going to be the stipple. I think we used to call them scribbles when I was a kid, but that's not what they are anymore. All right, so I'm going to grab my little oh my gosh. Stamping off portion, and then with the glue. So I'm just going to put little tiny glitters in through here. And for now, I've been just sticking with like green and like a maroon color. So yeah, I thought that was kind of a novel idea of using art glitter glue for, you know, its intended purpose. Thought that was kind of cute. So yeah, and it did turn out really cute on that other piece, so I'm assuming it's going to turn out cute on all of them. And the thing that's been, see, it just kind of brings out a little bit of their stuff, and I think I'll go ahead and do, they don't have a whole lot of this. This was, I got this glitter at the Dollar Tree, and they come in little packs, and then like a really large pack of like 10 different colors. So I guess for me, it works out good that way because I don't have a ton of storage space. So it really does work good for me because then I get to do it, right? I get to have the things I want, you know, the kind of the colors, and then I don't have to store a bunch of stuff. I hope this isn't boring you. I kind of feel like I've taken you back to preschool and glitter. But you know, sometimes those basic things is what kind of gets, like, just, you know, remembering and going back to the basics is kind of what you need to do. See how that just kind of brings all that out? Isn't that adorable? I am loving how these are coming out. This whole kit has just been really, really sweet to work with. Alright, so let's cap green, because we all know how I am. Okay, so then we have a color that matches pretty well with this thing here. So I'm just going to go in here, kind of just tip in some. And just put a little bit of these everywhere. One thing I am liking about doing all of this with the art glitter glue is it seems to obviously stay right where you want it. It's not, I mean, it's definitely a novel idea of using it for glitter. And I'm just going to put it here in, well, let's do our hat first. since she has a lot of red that we're gonna do, I'm gonna do her decorations in stages here. Okay, I'm gonna let that set for a second. Sorry if I'm just so quiet, guys. I guess I was just concentrating. Okay. Totally adorable, isn't it? Oh my goodness, I just think those are so cute. Yep, okay. So we'll set that one aside to dry. And then I think we'll do one more together. And then the next video will be kind of, like I said, throwing everything together. Well, actually, maybe we'll just call that good. You guys saw kind of what I did. I didn't put glitter everywhere on them, and it just highlighted those little pieces. So I'll probably go ahead and just finish with the glitter on these, and then I'll turn the camera back on after I've sewed like the ribbons and stuff on them, and then we'll just start putting the entire journals together, or altered books. My apologies. All right, I'll be back in just a little bit, guys. Bye.